Now I gotta ride or die.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a really exciting build that's happening. Now I know about this build and the process behind it for quite a while, but I haven't brought anything to the channel because I wanted to hit you guys with an episode based, probably a two-part series on what is going to happen. Yes, by the title you will know full well that something mad is happening today. A COSWORTH engine is going in transit. It is going to be mad, but we're going to wait for the guys to get here. We're going to get the truck inside. I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going to happen because this is going to be on another level. This thing, it's not going to run silly power, it's not going to run crazy boost or anything like that, and this is a working truck. We're going to point out that this is actually a physical asset that has been used to haul stuff around, race cars, various bits and bobs. So, and in fact my BMW, my Barn Farm BMW was actually picked up with this thing. So we are going to wait for the guys to get here and yeah, show you what's going to happen. We're interrupting today's video to give a massive thank you to today's sponsor, D'Agostini. As you can see, I love a model car. Now is your chance to build the legendary Ford GT by D'Agostini. Since 1959, D'Agostini has been committed to creating the world's most remarkable scale model kits, working with brands such as Lamborghini, Harley-Davidson and Kyosho. Every month receive an exclusive product and magazine with inspiring content. Discover the secrets of one of the most legendary cars to ever competed in the famous 24 Hours of Le Mans race with easy to construct 1/8 scale model of this stunning 1966 Ford GT race car. Each issue comes with components to build your very own Ford GT model, with magazines containing easy to follow building instructions, facts and stories. This model has original details and moving features such as steering wheel, bonnet and doors. You will also get an early bird special, or if you pay by autoplay on PayPal, you receive a 1/43 scale Ford GT. Again, massive thank you to the guys at D'Agostini. This is something that is just blown my mind that these guys want to be a part of the channel. As you can see, I love collecting model cars, so this is your chance to create one of the most legendary 1/8 scale Ford GTs. Click the link in the description, show them some support for supporting the channel, but let's get back to the action. I'm going to talk you guys through this as much as I can. The owner has sort of gone through as much as he can with me, but I want to show you basically everything. So tons of parts in there, oil, filter, like basically everything to make it sort of auxiliary work, pipes, filters, various things like that. But Sierra COSWORTH 2-wheel drive lump just there. Now this is from, again, a Sierra COSWORTH 2-wheel drive, and as you can see it's been completely gone over. When I mean completely gone over, every single thing bar a few little bits is brand new on this thing. It is like it's just left the factory, or if not better, because everything is the zinc coated bits. It's just lovely. Anyway, 2-wheel drive COSWORTH engine into a transit gearbox with the COSWORTH clutch and various other bits to actually make this perfectly. As you will probably know if you're watching this, Sierra COSWORTH gearboxes, the actual gearbox lever would be sort of here. It would be a lot longer, but again we're working in this transit, so this is what the owner has gone for, so that will work really, really well. Prop shaft and everything is just around this side, so I will show you, but again we've got other bits like fans and radio, everything that's basically needed will come around here. There is a brand new wiring loom for the engine. So Sierra COSWORTH wiring loom, brand new. This has been completely remastered, and all the wires, everything has been from scratch made for this exact swap, what's happening right now. So that is going to go in the car with the engine. We have tons of exhaust bits, mainly Sierra COSWORTH, and just muffler stuff, because again it will be a completely custom exhaust going on this thing. So that's from Sierra COSWORTH. I think this was from Sierra COSWORTH, if I remember, and this is from just something that they had in stock ready to go. We have 2 prop shafts today as well, so a bigger one and a slightly smaller one. They can actually use the original prop shaft that's on the vehicle at the moment, but they're going to try and check lengths more than anything. So if they've got this size length on there, they can cut and sort of weld as much as they need, and bolting it onto the actual back of the gearbox is slightly different to what's already on the vehicle, so there is a couple of different sections. If needed, these can come off and actually be put onto the vehicle as well. There is a cross member and just loads of other little parts just to make sure this all goes swimmingly. But I genuinely cannot believe that Sierra Cosworth 2-wheel drive engine is going in this Transit. We also have a 4-wheel drive exhaust manifold and turbocharger on this side because it sits a bit better apparently on the engine, and that was what he had. So yeah, we're going to get this thing in a minute, and this is going to be mad. So we're going to pull the truck and the Cosworth engine into the garage and yeah, start splitting everything down. Of course, I'm here for moral support as a guy that makes videos on the internet, so getting everything right on this my end is the key. I'm trying to make sure I get as much content as I can and as much knowledge as I can, because this is pretty crazy. Like, putting that engine in this truck is like, yeah, just mad to me. So we'll get in, we'll do some fancy overlays. This is going to be mad. So you'll have to forgive me with today's voiceover as I've got a bit of a cold as I'm doing this, but we have a 1987 Mark II Transit. Now this Transit actually started life as a Luton back in the 80s, and then in the late 90s it was actually bought by a classic car specialist and then converted into this flatbed you see today. It's actually running the Pinto engine though, so a 2-litre petrol Pinto engine. And as you can see, we're going to start taking the actual front of the truck off. The thing we're going to point out is that we're going to have to cut basically the complete front off. Now this, again, as you'll see by the video, there's a lot of rust. It is, you know, relatively scabby, but that is only the cab, and the owner actually has every single new old stock part to put onto this once the time comes. So yeah, there's the ECU, the Cosworth engine with the Transit gearbox ready to go in. But the first thing first, it was to get that Pinto lump out, which wasn't too hard. Again, the owner actually put pretty much most of that together. Although it was bought with the Pinto engine, he actually went through and put tons of brand new stuff on it just to make it reliable, because this is, again, a working truck. This is used pretty much daily to actually get cars to places, and as you can see, the Pinto lump coming out pretty quickly there. Relatively easy to get those out, couple of bolts, couple of wires here and there, and out it comes. Now, actually focusing on the idea of getting the Cosworth swap done now is key. Obviously, you want to make sure that a car and truck looks good, it looks the part, but because this is a working vehicle, the owner actually wanted to make sure that he was doing things properly, so actually starting with the engine conversion in a sense to actually bring the gearing up on the truck and the power up on the truck, because this hauls, again, a lot of really nice race cars, some cool cars that we've seen on the channel before, because again, you guys may have seen this before. But as you can see, the Cosworth lump, freshly rebuilt. This is a 2-wheel drive Sierra Cosworth engine going into this Mark II Transit. Power wise, I was talking to the owner, and he's saying about 300 horsepower is about right. It's not going to run silly power. It's not a crazy sideways build or anything like that. Again, it's got what is basically a dually rear axle on this. Actually, the final drive to point out as well, a lot of people will be asking as we're cutting into the floor there for the shifter, because obviously it's going to be a different location. The rear drive is actually from an ambulance from the same sort of era, so a 1980s, late 1980s ambulance rear end has been put into this, so it can, withstand a bit more power and a bit more gearing, which is really good. So moving on to the next part of the build, just getting that Cosworth engine. As you can see, the heaters and everything from the cab is actually touching there, the back of the engine, so that's something that I had to modify. And as you can see there's a bit of plate from another Mark II Transit. They're actually going to weld that into the floor of the cab to get the gear stick to go in the right location and to make it not look bodged, which is really, really good. Again, these guys know what they're doing. They are doing this meticulously and properly, and the amount of planning that's gone into getting this to where it is, as you can see now. The engine is sitting just crooked, but they're making sure they're getting those lines and everything off. But we're going to end today's video there. Episode 1 is done, and we will see you all next week for episode 2.